morning, everybody. It is just good morning. It's 1 minute to 12. I'm a bit early. Hello, welcome. Nancy's here. Good morning. Anessa's here. Good morning. Vox is here. Hello. Nicole's here. Good morning. Vox says, we are the early peeps. You are indeed. Anessa says, yes, Vox, it seems we are. Anne-Marie says, good morning. Caroline's here. Good morning, early birds. Maria asks, good morning from Vermont, USA. Good morning, Maria. It must be very early there. I have rock cakes. I did not sleep well last night, so sugar is needed. Mum is over in the corner, quilting away.
Good morning. It's now good afternoon.
It is, yeah, technically it is, you're right. Well, I mean, it's only midday. Is that?
Well, I've got 3 minutes past.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, that one says 12 o'clock. My sewing machine tells me it's 3 minutes past.
Yeah, but your sewing machine was set manually by you, and your iPhone takes time from some satellite.
That's true.
So, let's see. Deb's here. Good morning. Judy's here. Hello. Hi, Judy. Princess Wade. Good morning. Good morning. Cecilia says, got to power back after 5 days. I was worried I wouldn't get to join. Oh, wow. Cecilia, power out for 5 days. That's not good.
What was that?
She's had her power out for 5 days.
Oh, power. Oh, yeah. Right.
Do I slur my words?
No. I was thinking, what's that? Right. It was like not well, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But power out is equally bad, probably.
Yes. For Australia to.
Especially at this time of year. Where is she with the power out?
I think Cecilia's in the US, I think. Duvalet's here. She says she's in central Oklahoma and we had a pretty severe ice storm.
Wow.
For me, Oklahoma does not compute with ice.
No.
I thought it was one of the warmer states, but clearly not.
No.
Wow. I'm glad you got power back. Tabitha is here from Sweden. Good morning. Nicola says, good afternoon. I'm here this weekend. I've been away in a course since last Sunday, so I've spent the morning catching up with the waffle. Oh, wow, that's a lot of waffle. Duvalet's here, Sal's here, Rachel's here. How are you, Rachel? I meant to actually say, I meant to call you, but then I realised I probably ought to ask you if I can call you first, because we do end up talking for hours, don't we? So yes, I'd like to catch up with you at some point, if that's all right, Rachel. Victoria says, good morning from Virginia. Pamela's here. Hello. Chris Murphy says, hi, Sean and Peeps. Judy says, so looking forward to the draw. I have 2 amazing partners so far. Have had 2 amazing partners so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just putting the numbers down here. In the UK. 13. Okay, so we've got. I had 62 emails. Rachel says she's going to message me. Awesome. Nicole's, sorry, not Yvonne is here. Good morning. So we've got 24 people from the US, 1 person from Switzerland, 3 people from Sweden, 4 people from the Netherlands, 4 people from Canada, 1 person from Norway, 2 Lithuanians, and you both live in Vilnius, Duvalet. The other one's Jolita. And again, I'm sorry if I'm saying anybody's names wrong. We've got 2 people from Australia, 1 person from New Zealand, 2 people from Germany, and 15 people from the UK. So it is an international swap this year, for sure. So yes. Oh, I just wanted to say as well, if you are watching this if you're watching this later because you couldn't catch the live, I will get to doing the adverts. YouTube put them on automatically, so I know there's usually loads of adverts in the first 10 minutes. I do go in and manually fix that, but it takes a little while for it to generate, so bear with me if you're watching this in the future as a rerun. But for everybody that's here live, you shouldn't be having any adverts. So hello. Ginny's here. Melissa's here. Kathy says good morning, Sean and Peeps. Francine says good morning to you and your family. It's cold here on the east coast of USA. It's not too bad here, is it? It's probably sort of 10, 12 degrees.
10, 11, yeah. Not very nice though. It's very damp and wet. It's...
Hello, Peeps. Oh, she's wearing her Renfrew t-shirt from the fabric I got her from the Goldhawk Road.
Yes.
Which turns out is a Lady McElroy fabric.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
It is lovely. I didn't have enough, so I put a black.
So she snitched some black from my stash.
I did.
So she's looking for some more the other day.
Yes.
I don't have any black left.
Why not?
Because we've used it all.
It's very inconvenient.
And but she's not put the navy away after her because she couldn't get over
I couldn't reach. I couldn't hide.
So Mum's doing...
I didn't use it. Oh, that would help.
Mum's trying to iron, the iron's not plugged in. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. It's one of those days. Anessa says it's -2 degrees here and snowing. I think she wins. Ginny says 10 to 11. It was 30 degrees yesterday in Greece. Oh, Ginny. Can I come live with you?
Yeah,
can the lizards come live with you?
Yeah, we're lizards. Danny thinks we're lizards.
He's not wrong. Kathy says, good morning from Cole, Tennessee. Had an interesting Halloween night at work with the hospital combined with a full moon. Oh, good grief. Oh. Ilova says, good morning, Shana, lovely Peeps. Good morning, Jane. So yes, Mum is making some blocks of the month. So she's part of the quilt guild that she was with in Saudi Arabia. And because they can't meet in person, they're doing it virtually this time. But
and invited old members.
Yeah, so they invited old members to come and join, which is great. But the Zoom call was at 9:30 their time, so 6 o'clock our time.
Yeah.
6 a.m. a.m. So that's not happening.
I'm going to try.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
No, I'm going to try.
Go back for a nap afterwards.
Yeah.
So, yes, and she's using the pack of bits and pieces that you got from Kellyanne a couple of Christmases ago.
Yes.
So, and they're coming out really prettily. I really like that blue and red one with the knot in the middle. Yeah.
It's called playing cards.
Isn't it pretty?
Oh, that's Alex.
Oh, Mum's bread's ready, so she's going to go off and do that.
I think that's one of my favourites.
I like more, but I think that one's clever. So, yeah. Alison says, hello, Sian, Jane and Peeps. Greetings and happy Halloween. How is Chiana today? Sian, did you receive the email? Yes, Alison, I did. And she is fine. She's found new things to use to wake me up in the middle of the night. So I've had to reconfigure how I put my bed together, which is fun because I've been doing it a certain way for nearly 2 years now. And now having to reconfigure it doesn't come easily. Duvalo says it's great news that there are 2 Lithuanians participating in the swap this year. Indeed. I was very, very happy with my little list of people. It's definitely worldwide. I love it. Judith is here. Hi Peeps from Yorkshire. Carol's here. Good morning from New York City. Mum's bread's fine. Dad's turned the radio off so we can leave the door open now. Yeah. Oh, Mum, Alison's here. She says, hello, Sian, Jane and Peeps. Greetings and happy Halloween. How is Chiana today? Sian, did you receive my email? Yes,
Alison, we're on the naughty step. You and me.
So, yeah. I did receive your email, Alison, at 6 a.m. this morning, and the cutoff was midnight yesterday. And bless you, it's a lovely. I haven't read all of it. I just read the beginning bit of it, and you haven't included your address, and you want to be paired up with a quilter as well. So I told Mum this morning. She said, "Oh, she could be on the naughty step with me." So Alison, your pattern swap partner is Mum, because Mum messaged me on Facebook and said, "I want to take part," and that was it. She's like, but you know who I am and where I live. And I'm like, yes, I do, but your pattern swap partner won't. So I need an email from you. Did she do it? No, she did not. So she's sitting over there giggling like a naughty school child. She really is. So Alison, yes, you can have a quilting partner and you and Mum are going to be doing a swap together. So I will send over your email address to Mum and you guys can have a chat. And she's already decided on print pattern companies that she likes and things like that. So yeah, you two are on the naughty step together. Carol says, Kathy Logue, it was a blue moon as well. Oh wow, yeah. So Halloween on a Saturday night, full blue moon. All the crazies. Oh, the crazies. Dodgy. Kathy says, well, that explains the MVA police chase with the suspect ended up ejected. That was one of the 3 MVAs with ejections last night. Not a lot of that makes sense to me, but I'm going to leave it there because I don't want to get too graphic. Let's not get the stream demonetized. So, oh, I've got fluff on my nose. That was weird. Alison says, yay, I know one pattern that I'm going to send. Completely glossed over the telling off and just like, yay! Oh dear. I think next year, what I'm going to do is actually make a form for you guys to fill in.
Yay!
I don't know how I'm going to do that, which is why I've not done it up until this point. But I'm going to make a form for you to fill in and send, or like, so that all the information is collated in one particular area. Although everyone was very good and it all went to the right email address, so thank you very much for that. But yes, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because whilst you guys gave me all the info I needed, some of it wasn't in like there was some, yeah, you'd had, everyone had put it slightly differently. So when I was writing it all down this morning, it was like, oh, I can't find the thing. That's because it wasn't where the other person had put it. And that's not your fault. I didn't tell you it had to be in this particular order, but yeah. Duvalo says, Google Forms, easy, free, and converts all the answers for you to an Excel sheet. Ah, Nancy says, forms are not a problem, my lovely. Thank you very much, Nancy. Yeah, Nancy sent me a grid for me to write everything out. Oh. So yeah, I mean, Nancy's the one that organises this all. I'm just the face of it.
Ask Nancy how she organised me then.
Yeah, exactly. She can't organise you because you didn't do this. But Nancy has also hit here. And she's writing down all the partner pairings for me, so she's going to email that to me later.
Oh, brilliant.
So I don't even have to remember all that, which is awesome, because thinking about it, I need some paper clips. I'm going to go and steal some of those from Dad. Nancy says, what country is Alison in? Alison is in Australia.
I'll get them.
Yes, please. Can I have some paper clips so I can put these names together? Yeah. Just suddenly thought I haven't got any way of attaching the names to each other. And that would be sensible, wouldn't it? No. So I was due to have my eyelashes done on Thursday, and obviously that can't happen now. And the very lovely lady who does my eyelashes, she slightly misunderstood and thought that she could stay open on Thursday and then close from Thursday. She can't, no. She's got to close on Wednesday evening. But I had a really long appointment on Thursday because I was going to get 3 things done. So I said to her, all I want is my lashes. Do you want to take the time and give it to somebody else for something? And she, bless her, she was like, oh, that's so sweet of you. It's like, well, it's fine. And then she messaged me back and she was like, oh my gosh, I'm not allowed to open on Thursday. And so she's seeing me at 6:45 on Tuesday afternoon, and she's staying open till 9 p.m. so she can try and get all of the people that were in at the last part of this week in before it all closes down.
Wow.
It's so sweet. She said 6:45. I was like, oh, as long as you don't mind being that late. She's like, I'm staying till 9 to get everybody in. It's like, oh wow. That was really sweet of her. Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. She is absolutely adorable. If you're on the Isle of Wight, I highly recommend Davidoff Clinic in Newport because Marianne is just so lovely. And I'm going to get my hair done at 9 a.m. on Monday, which I'm not looking forward to having to get there for that. I'll probably fall asleep in the chair, but I haven't had my hair cut since January, and it needs it. Then I have an appointment on 4:10 in Ventnor on Monday as well. So it's going to be a busy couple of days.
Wow.
And then we're in lockdown again. So I'm glad that we're doing this today because, yay. Julie is here. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon for you, isn't it? Deb says, I know. Tell me about it. That's what I do for a living. 10 till 10, Monday to Tuesday and Wednesday. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Caroline says, haven't had mine cut now since March 2019. Wow. I need it because the ends of mine have gotten all crunchy again, and it doesn't feel like hair anymore. It feels like candy floss, but I just don't want to chop it off myself because I know it'll end up like that. Melissa says, how are you feeling with the new lockdown? It's not really changing a lot for us, is it really? So
just the house move, but we think that can still go ahead.
Yeah, people have still been moving during the other lockdown. It was just there was periods in between where you had to leave a house empty to stand for a while, but we are still moving. We're just waiting on some paperwork and finalization of things, which is taking way longer than it's meant to have done. We're supposed to be in the new house by now. So, yeah. Julie says, yes, it's 1:15 where she is. Yep, Denmark. You're further along than we are. Jennifer's here. She says, hi all. Hi, Jennifer. So, yeah, I'm all organised. I have my PDF bowls. I have my pattern swap bowl, physical swap bowls. I now have
very colourful.
All of the colourful. Very organised, which is good. Sorry, I need the sugar. Let's see, where did I get to? Duvalier says, I had my hair done at home on Friday. We went into lockdown on Thursday, and my friend's boyfriend is a hairstylist, so they came to pick up some stuff, and he cut and reshape my hair. That's nice. Ginny says, I'm making Butterick's 6586 right now, and the sleeve pleat has me thoroughly confused. Let's have a look. Butterick. Butterick 6586. Oh, that's pretty. Why don't I have that one?
What's that?
It's a new pack. Ooh. Ooh. I think it's on my wish list, actually. Feel very sorry for whoever gets me. Actually, I've put my name in twice to the physical swap and once into the PDF swap because I didn't have even numbers. So I feel very sorry for whoever gets me. Ooh, that's pretty. What bit's making you? And the sleeve pleat has me thoroughly confused. Sleeve pleats. Is this little pleats in the top? Are we talking about the same pattern? Probably a good idea to double check, wouldn't it? Is this the one you mean? I like that. I like that a lot. Yes, it is that one. Oh, is there a little pleat at the... Oh, are you doing the button-up version for the sleeve? You're making View A's sleeve. Oh, okay. Just looks like gathers on the line drawing, so I'm not sure I'm going to be any help. I'm sorry. If you do need any help, you can put the instruction that you're confused about in the Peeps group, and the Hive Mind is sure to be able to help you. Let's see. Amy M says, feel your pain with the house move. Melissa says it's 1:16 a.m. here. Oh, wow. That is very early. Margaret says, hi, Sean, Mum and ladies. Are you staying on the Isle of Wight or moving to the mainland? We are staying on the Isle of Wight.
Most definitely.
Yes, Mum and Dad have got we've been here for 21 years now, so we've got lots of friends and things here, and the island is tiny, so it doesn't matter that we're moving to another side of it. He'll be fine. Julie says, and for all of those who commented on my latest video, many thank yous and hugs to you. I haven't watched it yet, Julie, but I did see that you'd put it up, and I wanted to be in the right frame of mind to watch it, given the topic under discussion. So I shall be watching it later. But many hugs for you too, my lovely. Duvile says, I'm very happy about that because I was starting to look like a swamp monster. Yeah, I'm just looking like a piece of candy floss if my hair's down now at the moment. I have my water. I've already downed my cup of tea. Alison says, Sean, don't get that pattern as I already have it for you. Thank you, Alison. Clearly you have, you know my taste. The minute it came up, I was like, oh, that's nice. You might need to let me know which patterns that you've got for me, Alison, if you don't mind. It doesn't have to be here. If you can email me and let me know, because when I get paired up with my swap partner, I've got a giant list that I'm going to send them so that they can surprise me. And that's another thing. If you guys do get me as your pattern swap partner, please stick to the budget. I've fixed it so that I'm going to get somebody from the USA or Canada, and then I'm going to get I could possibly get somebody from the wide myriad of countries as well, because like I said, I put my name in twice to this one. So yeah, but I don't want to send them a list of patterns if you have already got me some, which is very sweet of you, Alison. Thank you. Like I said, I didn't really read all of your email because I had to sort all this out this morning, but I did see the beginning part of it. So thank you for putting that you wanted to take part at the top, because I wouldn't have gotten to it otherwise. Julie says, pretty for that pattern. Caroline says, that's beautiful, must go on the list. Ginny, what have you started? Ginny says, it has a pleat in the middle of the sleeve and it makes no sense to me. In the middle of the sleeve cap? Yeah, if you put the picture up in the Peeps group, we can have a look at the instructions and see what it says, see if we can help. Duvalier says, don't forget to like the Hangout Peeps. Yes, please. There's 81 of us at the moment. And Judy is here. Judy, what's your channel called? And Julie says to Judy, it's Julie's Creative Corner. And Judy is subscribing now. Awesome. Awesome. On the Peeps group, I do have pinned to the top. It's in the announcements, and there's about 4 or 5 announcements at the moment. But I do have pinned to the top a post where people have listed their channels and there's all their Instagrams and things like that. So if you're new to the Peeps and you're looking for other Peeps to follow, who you maybe don't know of as yet. Did I hear the dog? Or just I thought I heard her little heavy breathing, but no, she's not on the thing. Yeah, if you're new to the Peeps group and you're looking for new people to follow, then in the announcements, if you have a look through the announcements, then up there there's a thing with everybody's channels and stuff on it. And if you haven't put yours on there, please do, because it's nice to find new people to follow who are like-minded. So I didn't think I was going to be ready to do this. I thought I was going to be a little bit more disorganized this morning than I am, but I think I got up extra early because I was worried I was going to oversleep, because I did not sleep at all last night. I think I managed to get to sleep at about 3:30 this morning, and then Shiana woke me up quite frequently. Yes. Bethany C says, oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to check it out and add myself. Also, afternoon, everybody. Hi, Bethany. Bethany's channel is Lady Lilith Designs, and she's just done the magpie dress. And the actual magpie that you have in that, did your husband make that? Because it's just awesome. He's so cute. The dress is beautiful too, but yeah, the actual magpie is amazing. Alison says, I bought that pattern for you myself, and I thought about you and got you one as I knew you would love it. It was holding my breath when you were sorting your patterns during the live chat weeks back. Thank you so much, Alison. Christine says, bonjour, Sean and the peeps. My digs doesn't know what we... dogs, yes. My dog doesn't know what we changed the times. I was up at 6 a.m. Ooh. Ooh. Caroline says, must have been something in the air last night. I've only had about 2 hours. Oh gosh, Caroline, that's not good. Bethany says, yes, my partner made it. His degree is in robotics. It is amazing. It's so cute. And Claire is here. Good evening, peeps. Hi, Claire. How are you, my lovely? I haven't seen you for a while. So, yeah. Yes. I really probably ought to pin a little introduction at the top of the Peeps group, oughtn't I? Just saying, hi, here are the announcements. Please read these. Have a look through. That probably would make sense, wouldn't it? Right, okay, Danutka. I'm so sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Says it was a full moon that made it difficult to sleep. Yeah, I'm blaming that as well. It's very pretty over the water.
All those ghoulies and ghosties.
Yeah. I watched Hocus Pocus yesterday because we just have to. Halloween. I spoke to I had a chat with Wilson on Friday night. We were chatting for about 2.5 hours, and I said to him, if we'd been together, I would have wanted to watch the Scream trilogy on Halloween, because it's kind of scary, but I can cope with it scary. It's not the sort of thing that gives me nightmares. And he's never seen Scream, so yeah. Linnea's here. She says, I'm here too. Good. Hello, Linnea. How are you, my lovely? Sweden, and you're in the draw. Julie says, Bethany, I want one. I don't know. Let's see if I can find. So Bethany made a magpie dress for Halloween. There we go. Oh, don't go away, Mum. I'll show you. And her partner made.
Oh,
but he moves.
He moves.
He's a robot. Isn't he gorgeous?
Wow.
Let's see him move. I'll have to put up a video for that.
Show.
Yes,
Peeps.
but sorry, your magpie's getting more airtime than you. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he beautiful? But yes, and then there is the magpie dress as well, which is very pretty. Very, very pretty. So, oh.
Smells good, Jane.
Sorry, text from Wilson. Where did I get to? Claire says, good evening, peeps. I've read that one, haven't I? Sorry. Linnea says, bad spelling. Oh, don't worry about that, Linnea. Your English is way better than my Swedish. In fact, the only Swedish I speak is IKEA. I can't pronounce that either.
We're good at that.
I'm good at it. I can't pronounce it, but I'm good at it. Duvalier says, by the way, we had a lovely chat with Erica. Thank you for sending her my way. Oh, cool. I can't say why Erica, because Erica Lee is lavender and twine, and there is a new bag coming soon. And Mum and I are in her tester group. I haven't yet managed to test one bag for her because of time constraints. And this time around, because we are moving, neither of us could commit to the timeline that needed to happen. Which is sad because the prototypes of the bag look amazing. But she needed to speak to someone in Lithuania to double check a name. So I'm glad that you guys connected. Claire says, I'm good, thanks. Managed to stay up tonight. It's late, isn't it? Claire's in Australia, by the way, peeps. Julie says, hi, Jane.
Hello.
It's Dual. Nimue says, hello, everyone. Hi, Nimue. How are you, my lovely? Nicola says, I didn't manage to finish The Vampire Diaries. Got to season 6, and now it's off Netflix. I'll have to track down a box set. Definitely. Anessa says, my dog woke me up early with time changing too, but then I get more hangout. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's why Chiana was going crazy last night. She was having the zoomies at like 6 a.m. So the sun was coming up. And she was not pleased last night. There was she was determined there was something outside, so she was all fluffy and she was switching between the balcony doors and the kitchen window, like constantly back and forth, and fluffed up and not happy about it. But I turned the lights on. I couldn't see anything out there, so she probably can just see the ghosts. It's like I think I've shown you guys this before. Oh, got a message. Claire's just sent me pictures of her. Is your daughter's puppy? You puppy sit for him, don't you, Fenrir? Trick or treating. You're so cute. He has his own Instagram page, Nana and Fenrir, I think it was. But look, he's so happy. Look. Yeah. He is adorable. But what was I was going to. What was I going to show you? Oh, Lucas, yeah. Here it is. How to cat. This one. And that was Chiana last night. She was convinced there was something out there. Little monster. Linnea says, haha, IKEA level 1, follow the arrows. Yep. Julie says, Linnea, you should see her try to read it when I once in a while write in Danish here. No, it's not good. There's a few of you in here that I'm so sorry about the pronunciation of names already, but there's a few people in here, including the 2 of you from Lithuania, who I haven't put the surnames on because I didn't have room, and there's absolutely 0 chance of me being able to pronounce that. I'm very much looking forward to seeing Duvalier in real life so she can tell me how to pronounce her first name correctly and her surname. Although it will probably just not stick, but yes. Claire says, did you have a good Halloween? I've sent you some pics on Instagram of ours. Yeah, I had a nice Halloween. I didn't do much. I did a lot of hand sewing yesterday and watched some movies last night. I'm kind of going through X-Men now, kind of making the most of my Disney subscription. Nimue says, I'm fine, going to take you all to the kitchen with me in a bit to make cake for 3rd birthday tomorrow. Yum. Ooh, we can do the draw now. Bethany says, the only thing I can remember how to say in Swedish is it's definitely a moose. That's awesome, Bethany. Linnea says, Julie, yes, that is not easy. Nimue says, Mum and I will have to tackle IKEA this week. Curious how lockdown light will turn out. Yeah, we need a giant IKEA order, and all the stuff that we need is not in stock at the moment because they've had just a run on it, and then obviously the manufacturing side of things, it's not an essential one. So yeah, who knows when that's all going to happen. We shall see. Claire says he was with kids, very happy. It's Fenrir and Nana. Fenrir and Nana is the Instagram featuring Claire and the beautiful puppy. Julie says, Linnea, nope, the North language is not easy. The one I don't get is Finnish, though. And Caroline says, I smuggled my little fraidy cat morons had fireworks. We didn't have any fireworks down here. The local pub decided to cancel theirs because obviously of everything going on. So yeah. Cecilia says, we just finished watching Logan. I'm not crying, you're crying. Rachel Lynn's here. Good morning. Linnea says, oh no, I will not even try Finnish. I'll stick with English and Swedish. Oh dear, you guys all put me to shame. Who can speak more than one language? Mine's terrible. Okay, so Nancy, I'm going to start with the PDF swaps. I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit because I had to put my name into because we've got UK and US in one bowl and then everywhere else in another bowl, but we were one short in that one, so I'm going to cheat a little bit and pick my name out and then pick out somebody from the US. So I'm very sorry if you get stuck with me. Very sorry indeed. Let's see. Julie says Linnea and a tiny bit of German. Nimoy says Finnish is a whole different language family. I'm not going there. Nancy, can you just let me know if you're ready? I don't want to start if you're not ready. Got all my paper clips ready. Just angle you down a little bit so you can see a bit more what's going on. Oh, I haven't unplugged the phone. Would you mind unplugging the phone? Just because it immediately kicks my thing off. Sorry, I don't want to start until definitely not going to get. I knew I'd forgotten something this morning. Nancy is ready. Claudia says Finnish is related to Hungarian, very difficult to learn because of agglutination. Oh my goodness, that word. Agglutination. What does that mean? Rachel Lynn says, looks like I woke up right on time. And Claudia says, I'm excited for the partner matching. Duvlay says, I always feel inadequate.
Is it just the Ethernet that needs to come off, or both of them?
It's the black cable in the back of the... It's the one you have to push the little thing to slip it out.
Yeah, that's the one, the Ethernet one.
It's not an Ethernet one, because if you'd taken the Ethernet out, we'd have no internet.
All right. Black.
In the phone base that you've done. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, that's the actual phone line.
Right.
I have no idea what that technical term for that cable is.
Okay.
But thank you very much. Julie says Nimue, well, they are part of what is called the Northern countries. Christine says only French and English. Only French and English. Linnea says, oh, German would be good for me to know in my profession. And Nicole says, me too, Claudia. It's my first time. Right, okay. So Nancy's ready. We're going to do the PDF swaps first. I'm going to cheat a little bit and pull my name out first. So me, and then I need to make sure that I get somebody from the US. And I didn't. I'm going to try again because there's US and UK in here. Okay, so me and Teresa Randall from the US for the PDF swap. I'm very sorry, Teresa. You're stuck with me. Okay, and then the rest of them is fine. So next we have Karen Bacchia from the US, and Karen's going to be partnered with Chrissy J from Australia. Karen was my partner a couple of years ago, and I got her the ginger jeans. Okay, so we've got Edna Santiago from the US. I'm going to partner you with Nicole Mai from Germany. Let me know if I'm going to. I'm going to just catch up with the comments as well, Nancy, because I don't want to go too fast, and I also don't want to get out of sync with the comments. Claudia says it means added suffixes and prefixes to create meaning rather than using prepositions and other small words. The entire meaning of a sentence can be assembled into one word. Oh, good grief. Yeah, okay. Claudia says I'm a language nerd. Oh, languages with Lindsay, Claudia. I met her at the conference that I went to last year, And she has a language channel. I think she speaks 14, 15 languages, but that was then, so she probably speaks more now. But yeah, if you're a language nerd, languages with Lindsay, and she was lovely, bless her. Also, she thought I was the same age as her, and she was 30, so I loved her. Nicole said, oh, I've read that one. Nimue says, Julie, yes, but the language is related to Hungarian and Estonian, not Swedish and Norwegian. Oh, good grief. And Julie asks Linnea what her profession is. And Linnea says, I'm a quality supervisor, quality engineer, but we make electric motors for German car manufacturers. Ah. And Claudia says, I will check that out. Lang Focus is my favourite. Oh, cool. Okay, so hopefully, how have I done this? How have I got 3 in one and not in the other? Oh dear.
I thought we'd done it right.
I thought we had as well. I'm going to put. How have I not done? How have I got that? I can't put my name in again.
What's wrong?
I've got 2 in one and 3 in the other. Have I picked out one too many pieces of paper? That's always possible. No. How have I done that? We were so careful.
I thought we were.
Bugger.
You could put me in if you
want. I was so careful.
Clearly not.
Clearly the lack of sleep is catching up with me. Okay.
You can do this. You can put me.
Duvalier says put my name in the PDF as well. Thank you, Duvalier.
Oh.
That's very sweet of you. Thank you very much. I shall do that. Right, it's even again now. Oh, Nancy says can include me in the PDF as well. Oh no. Oh no. I read Duvalier's first. Is that all right, Nancy? Because I noticed you haven't put your name in.
Oh, what at all?
No, but that's.
You can put me in. Because I haven't got a pattern, have I? I've got a quilting.
You got a quilting one. Oh dear. Okay, I think okay. Julie says, Claudia, nice. I only remember a tiny bit of my school German, but I'm trying to learn more as I work in a store and we have loads of Germans in the summer. Nimue says, Linnea, I apologise on behalf of my language for the weird, endless compound nouns. You guys made me laugh. Right, okay, let's try again. Okay, so we've got Danuta from Switzerland, and this is another one that I haven't got the surname written down because there is 0 chance of me being able to pronounce it correctly. But Danuta from Switzerland is paired with Julian from the USA, Julian Collins. So Julian creates on Instagram and YouTube. Words. You can tell I'm tired, can't you? Oh dear. Jin and Pin says, afternoon peeps, we had so many fireworks going off randomly since the end of September that my cats don't even react anymore. Oh, bless them. Claudia says, Lindsay Williams, I'm already subscribed. We'll have to take another look. Yes, that is exactly who it is. Claudia. She was absolutely adorable and just, I was in awe. It's 14 languages she could speak. I know.
Yeah.
That's just amazing.
It puts us to shame.
It really does.
I can speak 3.
I can speak 1 barely.
A little bit of 4.
I can speak a little bit of a lot of them, but I can't. Yeah. I couldn't get by. Caroline says, I learnt French, German, Italian, and Latin at school. My brother-in-law is Spanish, daughter-in-law is Portuguese, and my auntie married a Greek chap. So that's the med covered.
Yeah, I learned Latin at school.
Oh. Judy says, I don't mind going into the PDF too. Oh no. Nancy says, of course, just trying to help. No, I'm starting to get FOMO. Lol. Right, okay, I'm going to stick with Duvalier because she was the first one that I saw for the swap. But thank you very much, you guys, for adding yourselves in. That was very sweet of you. So we've got Susan Vromans from the Netherlands, and Susan is going to be paired with Andrea G from the UK. Linnea says to Nimue, haha, oh no, I don't do that. It's so interesting with it. It is so interesting with different languages. I barely comprehend the technical terms for constructing an English sentence. I think that's where I struggled with learning different languages, is the different sentence constructions that they had. And like I say, not really grasping the whole, I mean, I know it, but
they didn't teach you properly.
They really didn't, no. No. So, yeah. Claudia says, Julie, wanted to study German in high school, but was not offered. I studied French, still speak it fairly well. Julie says to Claudia, very nice. Nancy, FOMO. Claudia says, does she speak them fluently? I am impressed. I think I think she classes herself as technically fluent in 8 languages, and then there are other ones that she just picks. She wants to learn new languages. When I met her, she was learning Korean, because that seems like a natural one to progress from having just done Swedish or something. But yeah, Korean, that was the one she was learning when I met her. Judy says you could do Nancy and me as an extra PDF. Yeah, Nancy, if you would like to take part, Judy is very happy to pair up with you, so you don't have FOMO. Judy's in Yorkshire, Nancy's in Canada. That works. That works. Karen says, good morning from Maryland. I'm super excited to watch you live while it's live. Good morning. Jin and Pin says, I read Latin, a bit of ancient Greek, some French and Italian, but mostly about archaeology and ancient history. That explains your kitty cat's names. Duvalier says Calpurnia and Ptolemy. I think that was the cat's name.
Yes.
Duvalier says, I've learnt Latin, French, Dutch, Spanish, Italian, Japanese at school, but all I remember and use every day now is just Lithuanian, English, and Russian. Oh my God, I feel very inadequate. Okay, so our last pairing is Duvalier. And you are going to be paired with Rebecca Marrow from the UK. And then Nancy. Oh, cool. Yeah, Nancy and Judy from Yorkshire are paired up as well. Nancy said, sure. And you just think FOMO is funny because I'm old. No, I don't think FOMO. Fear of missing out.
That one.
Okay, so that is our Nancy. When you send me the document, you'll need to send me an email as well with your address and bits and pieces, because she wasn't going to take part, but clearly FOMO kicked in. Let's hope I've done a better job with these ones. Oh dear. Nimue says, I learned English and French in school, forgot most French, actually learned English on my own later, had to take a Latin at uni and forgot most of that as well. Julie says, we have a lot of young people working in the store, and today German is no longer mandatory in school, so I make a small, quick parleur. I'm sure you'll explain that to me, because again, I have no idea. Debbie says, life stuff stopped me joining this year, but I still love to hear the draw. Claudia says, cool, there are so many language geeks here. Yeah. And Claudia says, very cool about Lindsay. I'm currently studying Welsh. I've been for 3+ years. Can read it decently. No opportunity to speak it with anyone. One of the girls I used to live with is married to a fluent Welsh speaker. He also presents. He's a TV presenter for the Welsh-speaking channels, and he does Tour de France. He's also the lead guitarist in Pendulum as well. Peredur Gwyneth. But he married one of the girls I used to live with, And that's why I've been to 4 concerts in my life, and 3 of them were Pendulum concerts. It's not my type of music at all, but it was very cool seeing him up on stage, especially when he's usually around my Sunday dining table having Sunday lunch with us. It was a bit of a contrast. But I know no Welsh except for Popty Ping.
I came over with that.
Popty Ping is a microwave. Popty is an oven, and then they added the ping because that's what microwaves do when they're finished. Popty Ping. I love that. So, but wow, Welsh. That's very cool. Julie says, I learned English. Well. Yes, my name is Welsh. There we go. I speak a little bit of Welsh. Sian means Jane in English. I was named after Mum. Julie says, I learned English in school, but the time I learned most was 1 week in the Netherlands. Oh, wow. Rachel Lynn says, you're also impressive. I only speak English most days. Julie says, Rash, perfect. Okay. Caroline says, joys of boarding school. Yeah, Mum went to boarding school as well. That was where the Latin came from. Linnea says, all kids have to learn English, math and Swedish in schools. It's mandatory in Sweden. And Julie says, a piece of paper with the Danish and German words on it that that's what we mostly use. Oh, okay, cool. Claudia says, I love Welsh for microwave. That is awesome. Yes. Courty girl. Claire says, my young's TV. Right, should we do, are you ready for the physical swap? Nancy, sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time and I clearly can't. Anessa says, I speak sailor. Does that count?
Speak what?
Sailor. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Rachel says, I know some French and German, but would really love to learn Elvish. Oh, yeah, I want to learn Klingon. Because that's going to be really useful. Oh, dear. Julie says Rach equals Rachel Lynn. Thank you. Linnea says yes, ready. And Nancy says she is ready. Right, okay, here we go. So the first one is Chenova Mabry from the USA. Chenova is a bag maker. She does some amazing bags. And she is going to be paired with Kylie Lash from Australia. Alison says hello to Rachel. Claudia says Klingon is on Duolingo. Ooh. Kapla. I think that's fire. And there's Navi as well, is a fully formed language as well, isn't it? All these people that invent languages for their stories.
Tolkien did.
Yeah, Elvish, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Caroline says to Rachel, yep, our new puppy is going to have an Elvish name, either Juan or Melon. Melon? Nimue says, in Germany, you need 1 foreign language in school, 2 to get your enter into university. I needed Latin to become a history teacher. They cancelled the requirement after I passed the exam. Oh, how annoying. I mean, technically, a language is mandatory in English schools as well. And I took French, but I moved from one school system that started French way earlier. So when I moved to the second school system, I was way more advanced than anyone else in my class. And they didn't put me in a higher class, which I'm kind of annoyed about. But I kind of just coasted for the last 2 years because I'd already learned everything that they were teaching, which was a bit frustrating, but never mind. Right, so the next pairing is Crystal Friesel from the USA, and she is going to be paired with the lovely Judy Watson. Claire says, ignore that last bit. I dropped the phone. My youngest loves Pendulum. She went to see them in Wales when we were over there in 2010. I'm pretty sure she has seen them here as well. Yeah, because the 2 guys that started Pendulum are Australian, aren't they? They started as a DJ group, and then the record label that they signed to wanted to put in like just stand-ins. So I think it's Gareth learnt to play guitar so he could still be on stage, and Perry is their guitarist. He is very lovely. But yes, he's an avid cyclist. They used to do tours of Europe, and everybody else would be getting on the tour bus or private planes, and Perry would turn up with his bike and stuff on his back, and he'd bike from one gig to the next. He'd have like 3 days to get from Switzerland to Austria or something, and he'd bike. Like, he was mental. But he now presents Tour de France for Wales on Welsh TV. So next we have Sarah Oldham from the USA, and she is going to be paired with Tabitha Carlson from Sweden. I think Tabitha's here, isn't she? You were paired with Mum before, I remember. A couple of years ago. Judith says, I'm learning Dutch and my French is passable. Still remember some Latin from school. I know, in vino veritas. There you go, it's my Latin. If I had more tattoos, I'd probably have had that tattooed on me. It's not wrong. Nimoy says, I wrote a paper on Klingon once. Don't speak it, sadly. Caroline says, I had that problem and was lucky to have a teacher that taught me Italian instead. Ah, nice. Yeah, my teachers in my high school just weren't interested at all. I remember the very first French lesson I had as a new student transferring over. There were 2 of us that were starting halfway through the year, and the teacher had got me and her name mixed up, and she obviously didn't speak French as well as I did at that time, and we were having to say what we wanted to do for a living. And the teacher was sitting there, and she was like, Emma, she was staring at me, and this poor girl was flustered, like so flustered, and didn't know what to say. And the teacher turned around eventually and was just like, Emma, at me. And I was like, oh, I'm Sean. And she was like, I said it in French. And she was like, oh, right, okay, well, what do you want to do for a living in French? And I replied in French. And at the time, it was something that we'd just done in the previous school, so I was quite fluent in it. And it was a job, I'd decided on a job that wasn't on the list that we were to choose from. And the teacher was like, oh, okay, like this, and sort of like toddled off. And I was just like, okay, but yeah. Sorry, Dad's coming.
Yes, I've got to go and do some shopping.
Oh, can you get some more of those cookies? Not for me, for Wilson. He prefers them to the one that you get. I'm sending Wilson a care package. Let's see. Claudia says, what type of music does Pendulum play? Garage, like really. I think it's classed as that garage. It's really
tomatoes, mushrooms, garlic.
Not generally my thing, but it was very cool. Claire says to Vanessa, I grew up near Portsmouth, so I'm pretty fluent in Sailor too. Julie says, I'd love to learn runes. Oh, wow.
I'll see what there is.
That would be cool. Claire says, I'll have to tell her that. Tabitha says, yes, I am. Awesome. So, Tabitha, you are paired with Sarah Oldham. I'll be sending out all the emails later on today as well.
Okay.
Ilova says, I had the same experience, 3rd grade in English, 2nd grade in Spanish. Funny thing is, Spanish was my main language. That's why that's what my parents speak at home. Yeah, I went to school with a lovely girl called Maria, and her mum was French. So she didn't take French at GCSE level. She ended up taking, I think, German, but she did take French A levels, because while she spoke it fluently, she didn't write it. It wasn't something that she was used to writing and doing that way. So she did take it at A level. And funnily enough, she got an A. Dad's here.
Hello. Good morning. Or good afternoon, I think.
Yes.
His lobster
Yes.
shirt.
Afternoon already.
Yes.
Okay.
Dublo says that's the most important phrase in Latin, in vino veritas. Yes, yes, it is.
Have you been paired up yet?
Yes.
Yes, quilting.
Yep.
Exciting.
Caroline says to Claire and Anessa, have family still in Portsmouth and spend lots of time with my grandparents. Caroline says, at school I was the only person to ever get an A+ for an exam result, A+ for attainment, and E for effort. Anessa says to Claire and Caroline, didn't grow up around them, but my mum swears worse than any sailor I've ever met. Dagmar's here. I picked English first, then French and Latin, just because I like the grammar and idea to learn something about old languages. Unfortunately, I don't practice, so lost a lot. And then lots of people saying hello to the FWIF. Right, let's try another pairing. So we have Claire Harper from the UK paired with the very lovely Stephanie Nord from Germany. Sorry, that's Nimue, by the way. So Nimue, you are paired with Claire. Okay. Let's do another one. Nimue says great. So we have, right, Aislinn. Aislyn Abrams from the USA, and she is paired with Heather Penman from New Zealand. Very cool. I'm very sorry if I said your name incorrectly. Claire says to Claudia, I call the music douche douche. My daughter also likes reggae 80s and death metal. Yes. Yeah, if you go back far enough in my photos on Facebook, then we went to the after party at one of the Wembley gigs. So, yes. There's lots of pictures of us hanging out with the band afterwards. It's so cool. Okay, so next we have Jerry Zoon. And again, I'm sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly, from Canada, paired with Ruan Clayworth from the UK. Debbie says, people think Latin is useless, but I have learned from films that it's vital for decrypting secret codes leading to hidden treasure. This is true. This is true. So if I now know which of you guys are the Latin speakers, you are coming with me on a treasure hunt if we ever find a treasure map. Totes. Agree with that, Debbie. Claudia says, I'll have to check out their music out of curiosity. I'm not familiar with that genre. Douche douche is pretty accurate. Alex is here. Hi, Alex. Julie says is laughing at Debbie's. Okay. Debbie said, people, I'll read it again because Mum wasn't here. So Mum, listen. Debbie said, people think Latin is useless, but I've learned from films that it is vital for decrypting the secret codes leading to the hidden treasure.
Ah,
she's not wrong.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It also tells you where words come from.
Yes, the etymology. That's the right word, isn't it? Because I keep wanting to say entomology, but that's bugs.
Yeah. Etymology
of language. Yes, I learned that when Mum bought me Mythos.
Oh, yes.
Sycophants were fig sellers originally. I don't know how that's transferred into the current meaning of the word, but apparently, yes, sycophants were fig sellers.
You enjoyed those?
I did very
much.
He's done
a new one.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh, you bought me Mythos and Heroes for Christmas. Well, the cat and the dog did. So
he's
maybe
done
this
another
year.
One.
Maybe this year. Cat and the dog can get me another.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
There we go. Sorted. Right. Okay. So we've got Sangeeta from Sweden. And again, Sangeeta, I'm very sorry, but your surname was one that I was not even going to attempt to pronounce. And you are partnered with Linda Van Ray from Canada. Okay. I hope I've done this right, because I must have done this right. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Inessa says hi to Alex. Claire says to Caroline, my niece and family live in Portchester. I grew up in Rona. My dad worked at HMS Daedalus. Cool. Nimue says Latin is the only of my 4 languages where I actually learnt grammar. I've since transferred that knowledge and understood why I struggled in school. I think that may be my problem as well, is that it's the sentence construction that I struggle with the most. Because if you read my writing, I write like I talk, and my sentences run on and don't actually make a lot of sense construction if they were the way they're constructed, but they make sense to me. But yeah. Caroline says etymology is fascinating, definitely. Alison says hello to Alex. I had sewing machine technician around here today, and I was telling him about your new cover stitch machine. Oh yeah, Alex has got a new baby. It looks very cool. Alex says, I had Latin at school and at uni. It's kind of useless, but then I never thought about treasure hunts. you're talking about etymology. My dreams have come true. Yes, because Alex, you are a translator, aren't you? Have I got that correct? Court translator? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think, and you definitely speak Polish and Russian, and obviously English as well. I once dated somebody from Bulgaria, and I was desperately trying to learn a little bit of the language, but it's a Cyrillic language as well. So I really got really stuck. And I tried a few times, and he kind of just laughed at me and said, "Don't bother." And it was like, oh. It's like, I'm not trying to get fluent. I was just trying to be nice. And yeah. Oh, so the next pairing is me and with Michelle Juarez from the USA. So Michelle, I'm very sorry, but you're stuck with me. Let's see. Caroline says, "Oh, thanks, Jane. I'll have to look at that for hubs." Duvalet says hi to Alex. Alex says hi, Alison. Hi, Duvalet. Hi, everybody. Duvalet says, "We started with the language theme. Who speaks or have learned what languages?" Rose says, "Morning from Seattle. Happy November." Good morning, Rose. Carolyn says, "Good morning." Good morning, Carolyn. Gin and Pin says, "Latin is good for learning the parts of languages, verb, nouns, and tenses. Latin for small coin purse is scrotum." Made me giggle. That's
right.
Very odd. But I suppose if you think about it. Julie says, "Danish to English is totally different. Some of the words totally changed around in the sentence construction." Yeah. Caroline says to Claire, "I have a cousin in Portugal, cousins in Tipner, North End, South Sea, and friends in Gosport. Grandpa was Sarah on Royal Yacht Britannia, and Dad was last posted on Victory back in the day." Oh, wow. Very cool. Okay, so our next pairing is Maria Axe. Maria, you're here, aren't you? I saw you earlier. And you're paired with Duvalet, who is also here. So Maria is from the USA and Duvalet is from Lithuania. That's very cool. Linnea says, "Think what a conversation a dyslexic dispelling can lead to have." Oh gosh, yeah. Alex says, "Well, yes, well, I'm an interpreter and I speak about 7 languages, though now with various degrees of fluency." Maria says, "Yes, and hi." Oh, cool. So Maria and Duvalet, you are partnered together. I'm glad you're both here. That's really cool. Alison says to Alex, "Do you speak Italian?" Okay, so next pairing is Rachel Lynn. I know you're here. You are paired with Jane Birdshaw from Norway, and it's Jane with a Y. So USA to Norway. That's very cool. We are definitely a fully worldwide pattern part pairing this time. Okay, if you're going to swear at me, I can block you. Hide user on this channel. Bye. I'm not going to give them the time of day. Someone's just said, "Read my effing comments." Shan't. Alex says, "No, I only speak useless languages." Oh dear. And then Duvalet says to Maria, "Hi, partner." No, this is so cool. This is fun doing it this way. Why haven't I done this before? I suppose I didn't really do live hangouts that much before. Oh gosh, I'm going to be really mispronounce this name. So we've got Deborah Jacobson from the USA paired with Knesia Rusanov from the Netherlands. It's Ksenia. I'm so sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly, which I definitely am. Okay, so next we have Kellyanne Ray. And you are going to be partnered, Kellyanne is from the US, and you are going to be paired with Janet Ephraim from the UK. Kellyanne is the lady that sent Susie the squeaky duck. How long did that last? A lot longer than we expected it to.
Yes, a lot longer than we expected. The platypus.
It was a duck.
Platypus duck.
Oh, okay. He had a blue head. I think it was actually a goose. They don't have platypus in the
That
US.
must have been someone else who did platypus as well.
Okay. Julie says to Alex, does she speak Danish? Alex says to Alison, I understand quite a bit of Italian because of Latin. Nimue says, if they pay your bills, they clearly aren't useless, Alex. Dublé says, Kesia, similar pronunciation to Zena. Oh, okay. I have a friend whose name is Kenise, which is K-N-E-E-Z. So I was kind of thinking it was along those lines, but yeah, okay. Alison says to Alex, Italian is based on Latin. There are all different dialects of Italian depending on what part of the boot you're from. Alex has then replied to Julie, in what I am understanding is that she speaks a little bit of Norse, so Norwegian. But she's replied in a different language that I'm not even going to attempt. So next we have Monique Groom from Canada, and she's going to be paired with Alice Beasley from the UK. Chin and Pin says a friend from uni only found out she was dyslexic when she started to learn ancient Greek and couldn't get to grips with the new alphabet. Either that or she's a secret Greek demigod. Because they're dyslexic, but
Is that right?
well, yeah, dyslexic and ADHD, but they can be hardwired to speak ancient Greek. No. So next we have Paddy Rogers from the US, and you are going to be paired with Yvonne Burden from the Netherlands. Claire says, my eldest lived in Wales for 12 years and have never been able to pronounce where she lived. Oh God, no, me either. Mum, can you pronounce that one? Juanengros?
Juanengros.
Juanengros?
Juan.
Juan did know, I remember that.
Yeah, Juan did know.
Yeah.
Because that's a Y.
But now she's
Juan.
moved to Lampeter, I might stand
That
a
we can manage
chance.
that.
But yeah. Julie says to Alex, that's the one thing that's hard to understand out loud but easy to read. Claudia says, the sound in Welsh took me a long time to finally get the hang of. And then Julie says, Sian, yes, Norwegian. So Alex speaks Norwegian. That's very cool. Nicola says, I feel quite insignificant amongst you all. I have enough trouble speaking English, but with the typos, I'm appear to have the ability to type an array of languages. Yeah, don't worry, Nicola. Yeah, I feel very very inadequate as well. So Diane Pennington from the US is going to be paired with Jolita from Lithuania. She's very cool. I don't know if she's here today, but I shall email her later. Marta's here. Hello. Alex says to Julie, my friend tried to make me understand Dansk. It's like a drunk Norwegian in Bergen started to argue with me. Oh, you guys let me go. Margaret's here. Good morning. Finished sewing a challenge yesterday and posted results to Instagram. I'm fried. Watching to see if my swap email made it. It did. Oh, I did not fix this. But me, paired with the very lovely Jennifer with one N, my favourite Jennifer with one N, the founder of the KB Peeps group, my favourite Texas person. No offense to anyone else that lives in Texas. But yeah, I did not fix that. Okay. Julie says to Alex, Danish is kind of like a machine gun. I've heard. Oh, Jolita, is it Jolita or Jolita? But she is here, second Lithuanian here. Okay, so the next one we've got Benita Pia from the USA paired with Jan Edge from the UK. Hopefully I'm not going too fast for you, Nancy. Let's see. Flowers here. She says, I can speak and understand a bit of Italian. I worked in Rome. I did an event in Rome, and we had to hire a whole bunch of hostesses. And I got paired up with this one girl. She was lovely, but they kept saying pronto. Was it pronto? I think it was pronto, constantly.
Pronto.
Pronto.
Quickly.
But it wasn't. It
Wasn't?
it wasn't because I kept. Oh, maybe it wasn't pronto. It was something like that they kept saying over and over again, and it was kind of just like a, like.
All right.
Yeah. Pronto. Nancy says we're fine. Just keeps swimming. Thank you, Nancy. Claire says to Caroline, what does CERA stand for? When I was in my early teens, my mum babysat for someone quite high up on the royal yacht, and I can't remember his position, but he had 2 girls and an adopted boy. Caroline says, it usually takes me a few days to get my ear back in when we travel. Claire says, only jumped on a little while ago. Hello, Claire. Alex says, haha, now I'm never going to admit what languages I speak because I call them useless. I love all languages though. Karen says, I can order a coffee and a beer in Spanish. I was stationed there when I was in the Navy. I can say hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good night in Spanish. And please and thank you. Margaret, here you go. Just pulled your name out. Margaret from the USA. You are going to be paired with Anne Fife from the UK. There we go. Caroline says to Quilty Girl, Chief Engine Room Artificer. Ooh, in charge of the engine rooms. He travelled with the Duke of Edinburgh in the 50s. Very cool. Yolita said, you said it right, Yolita. The same like reading Latin. Okay, Yolita. Okay. Julie says, Ilova, hurry up. Rachel Lynn says, I'm excited. First thing I need to do is find out how long it's going to take to get the package to Norway. Yes. Yes. Patricia Nadal from the US is going to be paired with Linnea from Sweden. There you go, Linnea. I don't know if Patricia is here, but I know Linnea is. So a US swap for you. Claire says, I learnt French, German and Spanish at school, but now I only speak English and Australian and can still swear in French. Not that that's very useful. I can swear in Afrikaans fluently. Okay, so we've got Claudia Nowakowski from the US, and Claudia is going to be paired with Karen Morton from the UK. Julie says, I can say good morning, good midday, and good night in Netherlandish. Dutch. And Linnea says, oh, that will be fun. Getting there, we're getting there. Okay, so we've got Anne-Marie Gauthier. I think you're here, Anne-Marie, if I remember rightly. I think I saw you earlier. And you're going to be paired with a very lovely Caroline Reid from the UK. Anne-Marie is from Canada. So Canada to UK. I know Caroline is here. Marta says, I have decent communication skills in French, now learning German, and I know some point I'll have to pick up Swiss. Basil, German. Ooh. Oh, you guys are really putting me to shame. Okay. Next, we have Kayla Easton from the USA, and you are going to be paired with Judith Doughty from the UK. Very cool. Anne-Marie says, lovely, can't wait to chat and exchange. I thought you were here, Anne-Marie. Okay, and then I've got 3 left in each bowl. Yes, we did that one right.
No.
Okay, so we have Heather Walker from the USA, and you are going to be paired with the very lovely Anna from You've Got Me in Stitches from the UK. I'm not sure Anna's here yet today. I haven't seen her as yet. Then Caroline says, fantastic. I have family in the west of Canada. Hi, partner. Oh, cool. Anne Marie says, had to leave a bit because I was driving back to work, but I'm back. I'm glad you were here for your name being drawn. So we've got Alicia Walker from the USA. And you are going to be paired with Marika, which I'm very sorry if I'm saying that wrong, from the Netherlands. And then our last pairing is Anne Stewart from the USA, Anne with an E, and you are going to be paired with Sam Shahota from the UK. So we have all of our pattern swap partners paired up.
So how many pairs is that?
You're going to make me count, aren't you?
Oh, well, it's 50 plus 64, it's 32, I think.
Well, we shall see. Claire says to Caroline, I have a foster brother whose father was Polish. We used to stay with him on holiday. Lovely man. Nimue says, I can barely understand Swiss German. I do live the other end of the country, though. Our local dialect variant is closer to English in some regards. Claire says, how lucky. Anna is lovely. She is indeed. And Polly Dolly, Nancy says we have 33. So we've got, just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
32.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25 physical swaps. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33. Because
that's the bit I've forgotten.
Yeah,
so I
and
said
then
32,
yeah,
but I was forgotten about
Alison
and myself.
And then also Nancy and Judy. They're doing a PDF swap as well. Right, okay. That's all done. So I'm going to put my bowls to the side and I will email everybody later with your email from your partner. Oh God, I'm tired. Oh. Claire, Quilty Girl, Fenrir, the puppy that she puppy sits for. He's a boy dog. He's got the odd eyes as well. He was his Halloween costume last night, Mum.
Oh, isn't he beautiful?
He's adorable. So cute. My phone's going crazy.
Your phone's going crazy.
Yeah.
Why is that?
With so many messages. Oh dear, why am I so tired? Alex says, I'm going to be here, my lovely peeps, but might not be able to comment. Have to switch to the TV and work on my computer. Which would be nice to have you here, Alex. Anessa says, my accidentally giant quilt won't fit through my sewing machine even if I roll it tight, laughing my ass off. Oh no, Anessa. What are you going to do? She's already pieced the entire top. Oh. What you can do? Caroline says, just check posting dates for Canada. We're good. Hopefully we should all be good for getting our parcels out. Carolyn says, enjoy everybody. I meant to say enjoy the swap, everybody. Marta says to Nimue, I can understand a bit of Basler Deutsch, but every time I hear or read it, I'm still amazed at how weird it is. I suppose like Northern English as opposed to Southern English is very different in dialect, isn't it? Mm. Nimue says to Anessa, I know I'm not even trying with my current one. Oh, wow. Dublé says, I see that I have to post everything till the middle of November for it to reach my partners on time. I'm glad that you're all checking that. Oh, I want to say as well, if anything changes and you can't take part in the swap anymore, that's totally fine. You just need to let me know. I mean, obviously it would be ideal if you could complete the swap, but if something changes, all I need to do is just let me know so that I can try and juggle things around and make it work. It's not a problem, because I understand that life happens, and you might commit to something now and then something happens next week that makes it impossible. Is that your?
Yeah.
So please just let me know if you're not able to take part, and we will sort something out. Nimue says, I've read that one, sorry. Anessa says to Nimue, I'm trying to make it for my son's 10th birthday, so I must figure it out. You can do it, Anessa. You can do it. Nimue says, I'm quilting mine row by row and piece it together afterwards. Is that an option for yours? Carolyn says, in the US. I hope everyone enjoys this swap in the US. Claire says, Anessa, you'll just have to buy a new machine with a larger throat or a long arm. Yeah, just get a new machine. Totally fine. Gonna have my second rock cake. So I haven't really got anything planned for today other than that. I do have some stuff to sew. I suppose I could start on the bodice with that. I can't start on the skirt because I haven't cut the interfacing out for that yet. Yeah, Anessa says to Nimue, the quilt's already pieced together. The only thing that I can think is, can you quilt it so that the quilt stays on the? You can't, can you? No, that's not going to work. Claudia says, I'm looking forward to it. Now we need a big sale at Joanne. Yeah, I'm really pleased that I've got a couple of US peeps, because I'm really hoping for the big Joanne sales. I will say again that for the people that got me in the swap, please, please, please stick to the budget. It's lovely that you spoil me. It really is. But please stick to the budget. Anessa says to Claire, I would in a heartbeat if I could. Right now I'm trying to find out how much it is to have someone quilt it for me. Nicole says, your rock cake looks delicious. Which recipe did you use? There's actually a video on my channel, Nicole. Mum will talk you through making it. Yes, if you search kittenish behaviour rock cakes, that's the recipe we used. They were very yummy. I'm so sleepy. Nicole says, thanks a lot. No worries. Hopefully it's an enjoyable video. It's one of 2 cooking videos on my channel, although the other cooking video isn't so much cooking as it's comedy. Dad and James trying to cook squaddy pie. You don't learn how to make squaddy pie. Duvalier says to Anessa, maybe you can find someone who has an industrial machine at home that you could let you use it for some time. Yeah, possibly. Carolyn says, in the US, there is a difference from north to south. Each southern state has a bit of a difference. There is Creole, and different parts of Texas, there are forms of Texan, says the Tex. Anessa says to Duvalier, I asked everyone I know and they've all said no, unfortunately. Oh no. How long have you got to get it done? You might have to unpick down the center seam like Nimue said, and then quilt the 2 parts and put it together. Sorry, concentration face. Eating. Wood. Oh, Anessa says his birthday is on the 11th of December, so she's got a little bit of time. Okay. Oh, Caroline says you could quilt each side as far in as you can reach, then hand quilt the middle. Duvalier says to Vanessa, how about sewing schools? My technical sewing school has an industrial machine and we let people use them. Possibly. Cake is good. Nimoy says, I keep arguing for our local makerspace to buy a long arm. No idea where we'd put it, but we do have an electron microscope, so surely we can figure something out. Definitely. Julie says, my kids want to use the telly, so I'm going to have to use the laptop instead. Claire says, it's midnight, so I'm off to bed. Puppy sitting duties from 7 a.m. tomorrow. Night, everyone. Have fun with your swap. Good night, Claire. Thank you for joining us. Carolyn says, can you put it on a quilter's frame, hand quilt the middle and machine the sides? Jen and Pin says, how about hand quilting or hand tying the quilt instead of machine quilting it? Anessa says, we don't have a sewing school here. We have a place you can rent a long arm quilter, but you have to take a class and the price will be about $400 to do that and the class. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, how about quilting as much as you can and then hand quilting the middle? Nessa says, thank you everyone, those are great ideas. Let us know in the Peeps group how you get on, Anessa. What should I do today, Peeps? I'm so tired. Crumbs. Crummies. Duvalier says the cami. I think that's going to take a little, it's all cut on the bias, and I have to do certain things with tape that I've never used before. I'm not sure I have the brain power for that. Oh, I could go to sleep. This is not good. Claire says, thank you, everyone. Julie says, laptop is on. Welcome back, Julie. Nimue says, if you're tired, do something easy. I'm going to start on my cake, so maybe I'll get some sewing in afterwards. Rachel Lynn says, sew something easy. I know when I'm tired, I tend to make more mistakes. Claire says, film and easy sewing. Marta says, hem something. I'm just waiting for someone to motivate me to finally level the hem of my dress. It's been on the dress form for 2 weeks now, you know, just to make sure it dropped. It's all right. Marta, I left one for 6 months to make sure it dropped. That's a good point. This needs hand hemming. I could do that. Could I do that? Or shall I do my 8577? Might just reorganize and rejig. So I need to cut out another skirt panel. Don't know which one it is. And I can't make the outside of the skirt because, as I mentioned, I haven't cut out the interfacing for that. I think it's this skirt panel that I need to cut some more of. Yeah, no, it's not that one. I know there's 2 skirt panels that I haven't cut out as yet. Right, here's all the bodice pieces. So maybe I should do some of this. Although I can't do all of it because, again, I haven't cut out the interfacing for this piece. That needs interfacing, that needs interfacing. Pockets and pockets. Okay. Oh. Good job. I'm awake. I am 100% awake. Oh, I did not sleep well last night. I have a feeling today's hangout is not going to be a long one. Right. Let's see how I get on with this. Maybe I should do hand sewing. No, I'm going to try and put the bodice together for the 8577. Oh, words are hard. Where did I get to? Carolyn says scrunchies for stocking stuffers is a good idea, but I haven't pre-cut anything and I don't like cutting out in here because it hurts my back. But it's a good idea for next week, Carolyn. Possibly, yes. Gin and Pin says, hope to be back soon. I'm off to the supermarket. Not sure how busy it will be. Good luck with that. Julie says, procrastination galore. Yes. Claire says, wish I was sewing. I'm off to do coursework. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. Thank you for joining us, Claire. And Julie and Duvalet said goodbye to Claire as well. Right. Well, to start with, I need to sort out the machine a little bit because I haven't changed the needle or oiled it or anything. So let's do that. Oh, I don't want to have a repeat of my battery dying. There we go, it's plugged in. I can tell that the thing went. Right, okay, let's just tip it back a little bit. There we go. Anessa says, ooh, all the quilter Peeps. If I'm quilting straight lines horizontally and vertically, do I do all in one way first or back and forth? I know I'm supposed to start in the middle, but unsure of the rest. Good question. I have no idea about the answer. Mum is not in here at the moment. Right. So I need white thread. These back. Where did we get to? White thread, new needle, clean machine. Can do this. I can function as a human being, honest. Claudia says, I'm off to the grocery store. Have a great day, night, everyone. Thank you for joining us, Claudia. Alex says, haha, it's hard to work and watch the hangout. Carolyn says, I hate cutting out too. I want to get the good to the good stuff. Am I alone in that? Definitely not. Cutting out is not my favorite either. But I don't dislike it as much as I dislike leveling hems. Alex says, so I'm going to play with my machines instead. I think that sounds like a reasonable compromise, Alex. Ginny says, my burger just arrived, so I'm going to head to the dining room. Have a great rest of the stream, everyone. Thank you for joining us, Ginny. Alex says to Caroline, I don't like cutting out either. And Marta says, enjoy your burger to Ginny. Yummy, yummy. Yummy. Burger. What do I want? What do I want? I need all my bits and pieces. And my sharps box. Probably ought not to be doing this. Why am I so tired? I had zero sleep. And then I was worried that I wasn't going to wake up in time, so that didn't help either. Okay. Right, let's take... Okay. Take the needle, old needle out. Oops. And put that away. Oh, where did I get to? Lottie's here. Hello. Hi, Lottie. How are you? Linnea says, I'm cutting out red underdress for my black lace dress. Ooh, very cool. Marta says, hi to Lottie. Alison says, I used to not enjoy cutting out, but now I cut out on the kitchen bench with my beloved Kai scissors. I don't like tracing patterns and I used to hate putting PDFs together. Now I get them printed. Fox says, where do you get your oil for your machine? Can you share the name brand, please? Mine came with my machine and it's Bonina oil. So I know you can buy this. There's quite a lot left in there and I've had this machine for 8 years now. But yeah, that's where I got mine from because it came with my machine, as I say. That's probably not overly helpful, but I do know you can buy this from Bonina if you want to. You can buy all the little accessories. They are expensive. Bonina is an expensive hobby for sure. It's not too fluffy this time, that's good. Make sure got all the fluff out of there. Put some oil in. It's got like a little precision tip on it as well. Don't know if that's, there you go, yeah, a little precision tip. So it goes, you know it's going where you need it to. Take that one. No. I'm doing that a lot recently. I keep threading the embroidery part. There we go, that's better. Need another needle. Gonna need to order some more of these. I'm getting, probably got about 20 left out of the 100 that I had. So that should be well. One thing that is great, the Schmetz needles, you can buy the 70s and 80s, I think 90s in packs of 100, but that's just the universal ones. I wish they do like the Microtex and the leather and all those kind of ones in big packs like that. Not that I use leather needles that often, but you need those. You go through more leather needles when you use it because you really need those to be sharp. Okay. My automatic threader is only guaranteed to work on like 80 and above needles, and I've got a 70 in, so I'm so used to just threading it myself anyway. 1D on. Pick up my bobbin thread. Where is my bobbin thread? Come on. It's not picking up the bobbin thread. Let's try rethreading that. Where did I get to with the chat? Alison says to Vox, Singer makes machine oil. Rose says, how's everyone coping with the new COVID restrictions? More time at home equals more sewing time. Losing track of time and dates a bit though. Yeah, agreed. Alison says Bonina is an expensive passion. You're not wrong, Alison. Lottie says things are not good for a whole bunch of reasons, so going to pretend that it's not the case and watch the stream. Oh, Lottie, I want to hug you. Many hugs, many far distance hugs. Marta says to Rose, I had to adapt my sewing table at the home to a home office desk. And Rose says to Marta, added a small table to my sewing space, made a big difference. I was in work from denial for a while. Now I'm trying to make the best of it, sending positivity your way. Lorianne says, hi, Sean, taking a few minutes break from my current life drama to have some sewing therapy. Hi, Lorianne, how are you, my sweetie? Many hugs to you and Larry. Thank you very much for keeping me updated with everything that's going on. His progress has been amazing. So, yeah, many hugs for you. Ima says, oh, I can't read that. Tabitha says, I just wanted to point out that Linnea is my fabulous, clever and gorgeous daughter. Oh, cool. I did not know that. I did not know that. Alex says to Lottie, lots of hugs for you. Alison says to Rose, Victoria's just come out of the strictest lockdown. Last week in regional areas, the restrictions are lifted 2 weeks ago. I feel your pain. Julie says, we're on mild COVID level, all needed to wear masks in public indoor spaces and be careful with whom we spend time. And Vox 3D says, thank you, Alison. I can't find it in stores. Might have to try getting it online. Yeah, try Sewing Shop online. I can't remember where you're based, country-wise. Here we go. There's my bobbin thread. Hello. Right. Okay. Alex says, if anyone works from home and has lots of pets, what do you do with your pets when you have a Zoom meeting? Yeah. Not keep them in the same room. Alison says to Lottie, I'm sorry you're feeling that way, the way that you are. Sending you big hugs from me and purrs and headbutts from Binks and Maya. Fox says, I'm from Portugal. Right. I don't know of any sewing shops off the top of my head in Portugal. I would say Amazon, which you may or may not be happy ordering from. But yeah, that would be my first call, would be Amazon. Alex Duvalier says, Alex, watch YouTube videos of news presenters and their pets and realise that's life now. Laurel Nolan says, hello and good morning from Chicago, USA. It's a brisk 36 degrees, 2 degrees Celsius. Ouch, that is chilly. That is very chilly. Right, let's sew some darts first. I've marked them all in. Yes, I've done that. That's good. Darts and gathering stitches. I am on a go slow, I'm afraid. I am very sleepy. So I do apologise if I am a little bit not with it. Linnea says, Mum, we live too far away from each other. It's been a crazy week for me and can't work from home, so a lot of restrictions at work and constant mask, except for when I'm by my computer and eating. Oh. Yeah, it's all a bit weird at the moment, isn't it? All a bit weird. Did you guys see the closet historian Bianca? Did you see her cicada gown that she made? She put that video up last night. I know, because I was awake. And also Rachel Maxey, keep saying Maxey, it's Maxey. Rachel Maxey did the stripy gown from Sleepy Hollow. I have watched that movie, but not for a very long time. Probably ought to try and watch it again. That was also rather cool. Okay. Caroline says to Vox 3D, what part of Portugal What part of Portugal? I can check with the daughter-in-law or her mum when they get theirs and let you know. Ah, very cool. Thank you, Caroline. Alex says to Duvalet, most people I work with have pets, but some clients don't, and my pets eat loudly, drink even louder, and make lots of noise. People might think it's me. Margaret says, oh my goodness, I was just looking at the Peeps group to see if my swap partner is a member, advanced sleuthing. I think one of the Canadian Peeps is a relative of mine. Amazing. Oh, that's so cool. Karen says it's amazing. Judy says, saying goodbye for now, so I'm looking forward to the pattern swap. Thank you for joining us, Judy. Rachel Lynn says her cicada gown was absolutely gorgeous. Yes, it was beautiful, wasn't it? I'm really looking forward to seeing because she's doing a day bodice, isn't she, as well? And then I think she's also doing if she can, a ball gown bodice with it. It's going to look very cool. Alison says to Judy, bye for now. I look forward to seeing more wedding pictures. Duvalet says, Alex, let them see. Pets lowers our stress levels, and we need that at the moment. This is very true. Caroline says, I was also awake and have seen both videos. Love them. I thought Rachel's nose looked a little grubby. That's the only trouble with kind of shading it as much as she does to get the look of the facial look of the person. There's a fine line, isn't there? Because you need to put the shadows in so it looks good in certain photos and things, but when she was talking at the end, I know what you mean. But yeah, so clever, so clever. It's really inspiring me as well, because you guys know I have all of this really fancy fabric, and I have fabric to make the butterfly gown, I have fabric to do like really elaborate projects, and I keep putting them off, and it's like, why do I put them off? They would make me happy to make, so maybe I should just get on and make them. So yeah. Karen says the amazing was for the cicada gown. Yes, sorry, because I'm slightly behind reading the comments on the thing. Sometimes I need a little more context, otherwise I'm just like, okay, what was that in relation to? Alex says, oh, Judy, didn't know you were here. Congratulations on the wedding and all my best to the newlyweds. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures as well of all of your mother of the bride. Was it mother of the bride or mother of the groom? I'm looking forward to seeing the outfit. Caroline says to Alex, just let other attendants know I have a company right at the start. Nimue says Friday was mental in the shops here. Yesterday was a holiday, so with lockdown lights starting tomorrow, people shopped like they never get everything anywhere again. Shops aren't even closing. Yeah. Fox 3D says to Caroline, sorry, thank you very much. I am in Lisbon. And then Caroline says, oh, I can't pronounce her name. Her daughter-in-law lives in Mem Martinis Alguero near Sintra. Give me a bit and I will find out for you and let you know, either here on the Peeps group. You guys are awesome to each other. Julie says, I want to make a new petticoat for all the skirts. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Right, get my dots pinned in. Okay, dots are pinned in. So I'm going to sew those, put in the gathering stitches, and then start assembling stuff. I can do this. I can do this. I'm awake. It'll be fine. Oh. It would help if my presser foot was the right way around. Oh, come on. Where did we get to? Ruth chat. Cassie Hall says, I work in retail. We've been closed for 2 months, and on the first day open, we doubled the normal take on the busiest day of the week. Oh, wow. And Julie says, you find out what it is that you miss when there is a lockdown. Cassie says, on Anzac Day, not allowed to open before 1 p.m. We had 100 people waiting at the front. Oh, wow. Are you in, Cassie, where are you based? I guess I'm Antipodean from Anzac Day. And yeah, Australia, I thought so. Alison's asking Cassie where she works. Alex says to Caroline, I'll try, thank you. I still work mostly from the office on my own. Cassie says Kmart. Becky says, I worked yesterday in my mum's fabric shop and I thought it would be quiet due to the weather, but I got that wrong. Everyone was buying projects for lockdown. I mean, I suppose that's one thing that I don't need to worry about, is it, about running out of things to do. Okay, more darts. It's doing that weird thing again where it kind of end up with 2 loops of the upper thread. It's very odd. There we go. My last dart. Right, I'm going to tie these off. And I already think I'm too tired to do this properly. So I might. So you know how I've done that giant fabric haul and pattern plan for the next few months, the 70s pirate capsule collection. Well, I'm kind of, one of the things I didn't include was the green velvet curtains that Nia gave me that I want to make a coat out of. And I'm kind of thinking that I actually want to maybe start with that coat rather than the princess coat, because I really want to make the princess coat, and I will make the princess coat, but I'm thinking I might start with the green velvet coat because those curtains are really big and chunky and take up a lot of space. So I was thinking it might be a good idea to make them up to get them out of the way. I'll show you once I finish tying these off. I'll show you what pattern I'm thinking about. And you'll have to let me know what you think. I'm going to get my coat tailoring book out as well. It's up there somewhere. It's the one that Lynn recommended. So because I don't think I'm going to be able to concentrate on sewing. Even sewing these darts has been a little bit like, my brain does not want to do this. It does not want to do this. Okay. And last but not least, final dart. Can't even tie knots. Oh dear. There we go. Oh, you got so darts in the back as well. Yeah, see, I'm not with it today. Okay, so we are 2 hours into the stream and I have sewn 4 darts. And I'm just going to stop with the sewing there because I can tell already that it's not going to go well today. Right, I shall get the coat pattern out that I was talking about. Now all I need to do is remember where it is. Coats. There we go. Yeah, so I was thinking what I'd really like to do is this one, but I don't think I have enough fabric because I need at least 4 meters of 150 wide and I have no idea how much of the curtain fabric I have, and the curtain fabric is also sun damaged. So I think what I'm going to end up with is this one, but that's probably a good thing because I have plans to make so many big, long, full skirted coats. And I don't have the room to store them, so I'm thinking I'm going to start with this one. I think that's probably a wise decision. Let's see. Oh, wait, where do we go? Where did I get to the chat? Alison says to Cassie, Kmart used to be awful, but now I love going in there as they have awesome stuff. Melissa says, I didn't know Australia did the 1 p.m. thing for Anzac Day. Whereabouts are you based, Melissa? Caroline says to Alex, I usually work down in my sewing room and the cats don't go there. But when I started, I was dog sitting and Holly loved to join me. My colleagues were fine about it. Cassie says to Alison, yeah, they've made some great changes. Margaret says, I must go. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for joining us, Margaret. Margaret, you emailed me somewhere with the details of something. Facebook. It was on Facebook. I will reply. Alison says, Cassie, Kmart is giving Big W and Target a run for their money. Caroline says to Vox 3D, Sylvia is going to check with her mum for shops that are still open, and their friend Mafalda has just bought online and she is in Lisbon, so they're going to find out and let us know. Oh, cool. You guys are awesome. Duvlay says, we have bank holiday tomorrow, so that's an additional day at home, and then starting the new job on Tuesday where I'll spend 2 to 3 hours at the office to pick up a laptop and a phone. Good luck with your new job, Duvlay. Cassie says to Melissa, yeah, people really stress about their portion of the day being closed too. Oh, wow. And Melissa says they do to Cassie. Caroline says, I found that I have a separate building, even if it's just a shed to work from, helps keep me focused. Aunt Bee's Creations here. Good morning. Hello. Alex says to Caroline, my office is 3 minutes away from my work, and once I had to take Ulysses, my cat, with me because he followed me. We can bring dogs to the office, but I was the first one with a cat. Love it. Fox 3D says, Caroline, you're awesome. Thank you. Rachel Lynn says, I just checked. Joanne's does not have a pattern sale this week. Oh, no. Oh, no. Cassie says to Alison, Target used to be great, but they just just that step up, but still affordable. Alex says to Caroline, we have separate offices. No dogs were seen by Ulysses. That's good. Melissa says she's in Auckland, New Zealand. Cool. Caroline says, to Alex, very sensible thing to do. Mine only don't come with me because of the precarious stacking of fabric. Yeah, Chiana, if in the new place, it's going to be interesting to see whether Chiana will join us in the sewing room. I'm sure she will, and to the point where I actually think I'll take her with me. She's going to have a field day in there. I'm just going to have to be really careful about thread. But if she doesn't like it, I won't force her in there. But I'll just show her where we are. So if she wants to come join us, she can. Aunt B's Creation says, all of our K-Mats have closed here now in South Carolina and most of the US. Caroline says, we follow the example of our brave leader. Nicola says, I've had that coat pattern for at least 5 years, still plucking up the courage to do it as I have the fabric too, just scared to start. I think this might be a good one to start with because, as I say, that fabric is old curtains. So if it fluffs up, it's not the end of the world. And I made a coat at the beginning of the year. Like I say, I'm going to take that tailoring book that I got on Lynn's recommendation up to mine this evening and have a look through that. Maeve says, hi Sean and Peeps, I made it to the live sewing the Kelly anorak, almost finished, just the hem and hood to do. Ooh, looking forward to seeing that when you're finished, Maeve. Alex says, I meant my work is 3 minutes away from my home. Sorry. Yeah, I got that. I think I got that. I think I understood. Nimue says, Christmas will be absolutely horror for retail this year. Christmas Eve on Thursday means that 3.5 days closed. It's an apocalypse as far as most people are concerned. Cassie says to Aunt B's Creations, they're different companies now. They were one and the same in Australia and US, but they split off decades ago and Kmart Australia took off. Steffi says, there's a Vogue coat pattern I've had forever I'd like to make up, but I've got the fear too, Nicole. Plus, always wonder if the effort would ultimately be worth it here in Texas. Aunt B's Creation says, Kmart here took on Sears and they all failed here. Oh no. Did you guys hear today as well, Swarovski have decided they're no longer doing the crystals, sew on crystals and crystal buttons and things like that. They've decided to concentrate on the high-end corner of their brand and let everything, rather than split the company in two, which would make sense. They've decided to completely finish the crystal, like, you know, the embellishment side of things, which is so sad. So sad. Yeah, guys, I think I'm going to call it a day because I am really tired and I'm struggling to even form sentences. I'm sorry, I really wanted to go on longer today. I was hoping to get some sewing done, but I don't think I can. So yeah. Thank you so much for coming and joining me. And I really enjoyed doing the draw this way. I think I'm going to do this in, Nia and I did a live draw once before, but it was kind of just that and it was really quick. So I think we're going to do this again going forward in the future. But yeah, I hope everybody, words are hard. I hope everybody is having a good day. And thank you very much for coming and joining us. Oh, Maria, I just need to quickly catch up on the chat. Maria says, speaking of Joann's, my local store pulled all the lookbooks and they don't want you going into the pattern cabinets. They want you to associate to help you. Anybody else experience that? Oh, wow. Yes, and then everyone's being very sweet and saying good night and sleep well and things like that. I'm so sorry to cut it short today, but I literally cannot function as a human being. So I think it would just deteriorate very quickly from here. But thank you very much for hanging out with me for a couple of hours. And yeah, happy stalking of your pattern swap partners. I will send the emails out. If I don't do it today, it's because I fell asleep. But if I don't do it today, I will do it tomorrow. So you'll have your partner's emails and things like that. If you already know your partner or you know of your partner, you can introduce yourself. That's not a problem at all on the Peeps group. But yeah, I will send all of the emails out either this evening or tomorrow. But thank you very much for hanging out with me. I am going to take this and my tailoring book up to mine and promptly fall asleep next to them and hope that I get all the information by osmosis, because that's how it works, right? So yes, there will be a vlog tomorrow. There will be a hangout next Sunday. I have no idea what we'll be doing next Sunday. Life is in limbo at the moment because we have no idea what's going on with the move. As I say, nothing's finalized yet. It's all up in the air. We were supposed to be moving by the 3rd of November. That's not happening. So who knows? So yes, there will be a hangout next Sunday. I have very much enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. I will see you all very soon. And now I need to try and end the stream gracefully, which I always struggle to do, don't I? So bye.